Brandon, what did Tommy Milone mean to this ball club, and how do you replace him in that rotation?
Yeah, Tommy's Tommy's a guy that gave us some really good starts, and a guy that was a class act on and off the field. Loved having him on the team. He's fantastic in our clubhouse, and a guy that gave innings for us out of the in the rotation in a tough season, and threw strikes, hardly walked anybody, was able to change speeds, was able to navigate through good lineups, and happy for him and happy for Atlanta that I think that he's going to go into a good situation there. But it was really a pleasure to have him on our club in the short time we had him.
Rich Dubroff.
First of all, Brandon, who starts tomorrow, and how are you going to look at the rotation going forward?
Tomorrow is still up in the air. Just since this happened this morning, I think we're going to take a long look here today and figure out tomorrow. But we do have, we have candidates to be able to start here. Some guys that have been in some long relief roles and made spot starts. I think that we have a group of guys that we could select to start tomorrow. So something we're going to talk about today for sure.
Dan Connolly.
Yeah, Brandon, you lose Milone. You lost Blyer. LeBlanc's not with you guys anymore. Davis right now isn't with you. In the next 27 hours, you could possibly lose Givens and Cobb. It's a young team, and those are a lot of guys who are kind of the veteran clubhouse guys. How do you replace that? And do you have any concern at all if you lose some more veterans that it's going to, affect the youth here?
Well, I think that we're aware of the situation, and I think we're aware of this is part of the game, and this is part of what happens every single year. And sometimes with younger clubs, you get even younger at the deadline, which means that other teams want some of your good players that you've had. Tommy Milone was somebody that teams wanted because of how he's pitched here, and that's great for him. Put himself in that position to be wanted by other clubs. So yeah, we were young already. We're gonna stay young and we're gonna stay inexperienced for this last month, and we're just gonna do the best we can with the guys that we have to continue to develop them and give them major league experience. We're facing really, really good clubs too these last 20 plus games. So it's going to be tough, but we're going to do our best and still happy with a lot of the guys that we have here.
Nathan Ruiz.
Brandon, do you guys have a roster move for today to fill Malone's spot? It's
coming up. So we haven't finalized that yet. We still have some things in the air that we're going to finalize here before our 3:07 start.
Rich Dubroff.
Hey, Brandon, because of the kind of season it was, did you not get to know Milone as well as you might have gotten to know another player?
Well, I think that the season's been a short one so far and interrupted. But I would have loved to. I talked to Tommy. I told him I'd love to manage him again sometime, just because I really enjoyed having him, and I thought he was a real class act, and I think he enjoyed his time here too. He said a lot of really nice things about what's going on here, how he appreciated everybody here. He liked the team a lot, and so hopefully, in this small world we're living in, hopefully someday I'll be able to manage him again. But I would have liked to got to know him a little bit better. I like to see him pitch in a normal season, but this year is just a different one.
Steve Molesky.
Hey, Brandon, you used the term win now mode recently, and I think it was in relation to Aiken and his role. Does losing 10 of 12 and getting knocked a little further back in the standings start to alter that in any way? And also as the games dwindle in terms of maybe looking at more of the guys from Bowie and so forth?
Yeah, I think we're still trying to win every game we can. And, I know that we've hit a rough stretch. We've been a very, very streaky team in this short season so far. I'm hoping that we can catch another hot streak at some point. Just because we've had really good moments, we've had not so good moments. We haven't swung the bat very well the last week and a half. So hopefully some of our hitters get hot again and we can roll a bunch of runs out there like we were doing on that road trip that we had before. But yeah, I'm going to continue to balance the development aspect as well as the try to win every single night, and we're going to give some guys some looks. Like Georgie Lopez, that's going to pitch today in this mid-afternoon game, to give him an opportunity to see if we really like his stuff. We think this is a guy that potentially could be a rotation piece, and we'll take a look at a lot of these type of guys.
Brandon, I've actually got two for you here, but we know there's a wealth of information that goes between clubs when a trade happens. And I know you said you wish you had gotten to know Milone a little better. Is there a conversation, like in this case, between you and Snitker that goes on about who he is as a person, what kind of makes him tick and doesn't tick outside of the information flow? And two, what was Lopez's reaction to getting to start again? Because that's really a spot that he's loved to have with other organizations.
Yeah, start with the Georgie question first. Yeah, when I told him, he was extremely excited and very, very pumped up to start the game. So that was really cool for me to tell him, and I expect him to go out with a ton of energy and focus and really looking to pitch well. And he's going to have more opportunities as well. But I know that this was something that he's been waiting for a while, and he's looking forward to getting out there. With the first question, I think it depends on the relationship you have with other. I know Snit. I like him a lot. We do stay in contact. I am going to text him here after this is over. There's other guys on that staff that I know really well, as well as Freddie knows a lot of those people over there too, and so does Broke. So, yeah, I'll let Snit know my thoughts on Tommy and wish him well.
Brandon, with a guy like Valdez, do you have a sense, if he's throwing 70 and 80, how much rest he needs in between an appearance like that?
I think we're going to find out. That's actually why I took him out. He could have gone obviously a lot further last night, but I did want to have the opportunity to maybe pitch him sooner rather than later. I think he's a veteran guy. He's a bounce back guy from everything that we've been told, and that he's able to pitch multiple innings and not need the rest and recovery that somebody else that doesn't have the same experience. To be honest with you, he hardly threw any pitches in the bullpen last night, and I put him in the game. And then he got his 8 in the game. I was a little bit nervous about it. But then when I saw his 8th pitch, he threw about 10 miles an hour to the catcher after he threw his 7. I figured he was ready to go. So I think that he's a guy that just really knows how to get ready, knows how to pitch, knows how to keep his arm in shape, understands how to limit pitches in the bullpen to save bullets, all those sorts of things. So I would assume that he's able to bounce back fairly quickly.
Last question, Nathan Ruiz.
With Valdez, you've had a lot of guys get opportunities with the organization. Where does his story kind of rank among what you've been able to put out there?
Yeah, that was a cool moment last night. For as blah as that game was, to watch him do what he did for those 3 innings, that was a lot of fun. And yeah, I think that we heard about him in spring training. We were some people that saw him pitch in the past and in winter ball this last year said, hey, we really need to take a look at this guy in a big league spring training game. And then we did. And then when we had our summer camp roster meetings, his name kept coming up as somebody we possibly need to take a look at. And then we did. And then finally he gets here and gets to pitch in a major league game last night against a really good lineup, and wiggle out of wiggle out of a jam there in this first inning that that I brought him into, and then go 2 really good innings after that. I think he's a great story. I know he's extremely appreciative. I know he's really proud to be here, and so those are the fun moments in this game.